coolest thing that I thought Fargo had was that they allowed for blackjack to be played at their bars, like
Oh,
anywhere.
really?
Yeah.
I didn't
And
know that.
they were like really cheap. So I think the law is you can have those things, but it has to be for like charity. So
Oh,
like
okay.
they had maximum bets. Like you couldn't I don't think you could like bet $100 a hand, but it was like $1 minimums. So like you go back there with $20 and just play a little bit just for fun type
Mm-hmm.
of deal. So I thought that was the coolest thing ever because like in Michigan, you have to go to an actual casino or like an Indian casino to go play. But here, you just go to your local bar and there's like some tables, and it wasn't like sketchy either. It was just like regular, like if you were to go to a casino. And I thought that
Mm-hmm.
was the coolest thing ever. And then in South Dakota, there's slot machines everywhere, so it was like a different thing.
Mm.
Like instead of a card table, it was like slot machines, like at a gas station.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, I did like though that you could like head over to Minnesota and like at 18 you could go to the casinos and gamble.
Oh,
So
that's
like
the law
that was
there,
cool.
18.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Cause that
Yeah.
one, yo, before before you moved out there, me and your mom, I don't know if Johnny, Johnny was there, but for some reason, I don't. Sometimes it was just me and your mom going to the casino,
Mm-hmm.
and I swear we went maybe 3 weeks out of like 4 months, or like 3 times out of like 5 weeks, or something like that on the weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and I won like over $1,000 altogether up there. And like the luckiest things were like happening to me, and your mom was losing and I was winning. And I was like, let's go.
Did you sit next to her?
Yeah, a lot of times. There's this game, it was like Ultimate Poker, and I've never played before in my life. It's like it's on a table.
Mm-hmm.
And like obviously same thing as poker, like you know the hands. And like I was getting like the most unlikely hands, like four of a kind. Like, I think I got a royal flush a couple times. Like,
No, that's crazy.
and the way the game's set up is like you get odds on those things. So like the harder hand you get, I think like the more money you you're getting. So like the harder it is, the better odds you have to win more money. So like I
Mm-hmm.
was getting the hardest hands, and I was only betting like 12. I think it was like $12 a hand. Like there's three spots you can bet. So yeah, $12, and then I was like just racking up money like this hand, and just like one time Nate was there with me, and like I think it was a four of a kind, and we were like, I got three, like need one, need one, need one, need one, and I got it, and me and Nate were like, yeah, and like freaking like $200 win or $300 win or whatever it was, and it was sweet, but yeah, that casino was cool. I
Mm-hmm.
know you went there a lot. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Every time I went there, if I started losing money, I would go over to the roulette, like video virtual
yeah.
table,
Hmm.
and I just instantly start winning there and like win back my money or some, and then be like, okay, let me go play a different machine now.
That sounds like the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You just should keep playing the game that you're winning at. But
I
all right.
mean, yeah, but then like at some point you're like, I'm tired of this game. Let me play somewhere else. You know what I mean?
No, I've never been like, hey, I'm tired of winning. This is not fun anymore.
No.
Yeah, dude. This winning thing and just getting free money is like not fun anymore. I'm just gonna go lose. I want to just go lose for
But
a little bit. That's never
sometimes
happened
it
now.
sometimes it would just be kind of quiet, and then you're like at your like point where you're like you've won enough, and then it's like it hasn't been hitting here
Oh, you have a
anymore. So you're
limit on like what you want to win. That's weird
no.
also.
But if the machine isn't hitting, then you're like, oh, let
I
me try it
gotcha.
different. You know what
No,
I
I gotcha.
mean?
Like you win, and then you're like, so for me, the way that I safely gamble is that once I'm
Hmm.
up, let's say I'm up $100, I'm like, okay, if I get down to 50, I'm done, or
Yeah.
like I'm even. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Hmm.
put $25 in, I'm up 50. Okay, like if it's late in the night or whatever, right? like
Yeah.
then you blow it all or whatever. But like if you're up like $100 and you're like all right, I'm leaving up. What's that number? And then once you get
Yeah.
that number, you leave, right? So you're
Yep.
saying that like you won so much, and you're like, all right, I'm losing, and then I hit that number, like, all right, let me go try to find something
I mean,
else or something.
yeah. That's what I
Yeah,
do.
kind of. Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, I haven't won at a casino in a while. I don't bet a lot, and I don't bring a lot to the casino, so it's not like I
Mm-hmm.
lose a lot of money. But for a while there, like in my earlier years, I was winning like consistently. Um,
Consistently.
Yeah, like weird stuff. Like, I think I won like $500 one night playing blackjack at at in Detroit sometime, and like I was down. Like I think I brought my rule was bring 60, and if you lose 60, who
Mm-hmm.
cares what $60 is? If you lose 100, you're like, dang, I just lost $100,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I started with 60, and I think it was like $15 hands, and I got all the way down to my last $20, and like it was back and forth. So I wasn't just losing. So it was back and forth. So down my last $20. It might have been $10 hands. And so like we're about to leave. I'm like, all right, let's just blow this last $20. Like, what am I gonna do $20 with? You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like go. So me and my friend put the 20 down, and we just start hitting. Like it went from like we have $20 left to like, all right, now we're betting like 40, $50 a hand type deal. Like,
Jeez.
yeah. And so I flipped that 20 into like 5 something. And then on the way home, we were just like, had the money in our hand, just like
Like, oh
fanning
yeah.
myself off. Like, it was freaking sweet. I was so hyped. It was the best thing ever.